we're really interested in our group in the ovary because the ovary is one of the very first organs to age, whereas in women, a lot of the other organs start to decline in their function in around their 50s and 60s. The ovary starts to decline in around the 30s. And so this is really important because as the ovary starts to decline in terms of its egg quality and hormone production, it really affects the rest of the body in terms of, for example, estrogen on its effect in the heart or the brain and the bone. And then so for us, we're really interested in how can we tackle aging, especially in the ovary, in terms of prolonging long-term health in women, especially nowadays with more women living in postmenopausal life. And so for us, we previously found that as the ovary ages, it actually gets stiffer, it starts to become more fibrotic, and that this is actually something that's reversible. You can actually switch it back to becoming a little bit healthier by giving anti-fibrotic drugs. And so we're really interested in kind of screening for new drug candidates using the ovary, the aging ovary in particular, as a way to kind of think of new therapeutics to help prolong women's lifespans and women's health. So in our current project, we're planning to use samples of postmenopausal women ovaries. And this is really exciting for us because when paired with the technology from Inspiro, it allows us to create these really physiologically relevant and accurate models for ovarian aging. So currently in the space, mostly these ovarian organoids are generated by mice, and they take up a lot of animals, and it's very costly and expensive. And by able to directly go towards human samples and create really accurate models, this allows us not only to kind of reduce the cost and kind of the need for these animals, but also provide more benefit in terms of translating what we find in our studies into clinical practice. So what we're really excited about in collaboration with Inspiro is that we get to integrate multiple human tissues into our project, and this is really exciting because there are certain tissues in the body, like the liver, that have really big differences between animals and humans. And so there's different kinds of enzymes, different kinds of metabolism involved. And for us, not only are we interested in the ovary, but we also are interested in the relationship between the ovary and the liver, especially regarding kind of the metabolism of different drugs, and also just there's a really interesting relationship between these two organs. And so by being able to apply human tissues for both of these organs, we're able to really kind of get a better understanding of what's happening in people, and this will give us a more accurate picture of what's happening in therapeutics. So one thing that we're really excited about is, especially with human ovarian samples, they're pretty rare, and they're more challenging than other tissues to get. But with Inspiro, I think we have a real opportunity to really kind of scale up what we're doing, creating more samples, and allow us to really give us an opportunity to screen a wide variety of drugs and really test out kind of what are good therapeutic candidates. And I think another thing that's really exciting for us is kind of beyond what we're doing in this current project, but thinking about that relationship between the liver and the ovary when we're combining these two tissues together. We really want to understand just the relationship and how these two tissues talk to each other during aging, and whether or not they play a role with each other as women kind of go through postmenopausal life. So for our group, I think what we're really excited about is that this HUMAIN award gives us a real pathway to start to develop a strategy and a pipeline to screen for new anti-fibrotic drugs and really find potential candidates to help improve ovarian aging and kind of in consequence overall women's health.